Hey there, it's Audrin. We're in Pragmata, and we're going to talk about the best settings that you can use. If you're a fan of aim assist, you want to go to controls and turn aim assist on. Its default is off, so turn that on. For camera, you want to maybe put your camera to 80 for vertical and for horizontal camera speed. Just makes the camera snappier and much faster. You could go all the way up to 100, but if it's too fast, you can always go down a little bit. I felt that the default was a little slow. Furthermore, with vertical aim and horizontal aim, you can also put these up. I like using 50, but if you want to use something like 60 or even more, feel free to go ahead. The other thing you want to change is camera distance. By default, it is standard. We can see in the graphic on the right, this is near. If you want a very immersive experience, yeah, you can go for that. Standard is standard, and for me, I like it far because I like seeing around me and very far away. For display, it's up to you. Now, it also depends on what kind of monitor or TV you're using. Now, because I'm capturing footage, I was using HDR mode on. We can see that everything is a little bit brighter. But for my capture card, I think off works better for me. So if you're using a monitor, off might be better for you. Now, usually if you're using a TV, you may want to use Rec 709. I'm using sRGB. Just because, again, like we can see in the background here, it just makes everything a little bit darker. I think my recording was a little bit too bright, so go for that. Now you can also adjust the brightness up to your setting, so feel free to do that as well. For the HUD, we want to go down all the way to the reticle colors. The default here is white. White is not bad. I haven't had a problem playing with it. But for me, in shooters, I always like to have it as green because there's not much of this kind of bright green that's going around, and I won't lose my white crosshair in any white objects. Charge reticles, when you're charging a skill, you can use blue. It's just the outline here. Again, you could use whatever color you want, but I do like the blue. It is different than the green to indicate the charge. And of course, warning is yellow. You can make it red if you'd like, but yellow seems good to me. If you do want to have the little dot in the middle of your screen at all times, you can turn that on. But for me, I don't have any need for it, so I just turn it off. In terms of graphics, it's up to you again. If you want to use resolution or frame rate, I'm going to use frame rate for me because I'm recording. But if you want to use resolution to make it look nicer, definitely go ahead. Motion blur, default is on. I turn it off. Lens distortion, I think this is the default. But we can see in the graphic here, it just very slightly gives a little bit of a fisheye, a little bit of a distortion, so I just turn it off. And depth of field, gives blur to objects that are not right in the center of the screen, that are not focused on. But if you just want that clearer, crisper image, turn it off. For language, of course, it's up to you however you want to do it. But for audio, you have to choose what your audio output device is. So if you're using a home theater, obviously your TV or headphones. For me, I'm using headphones, so I turn it to that. And for dynamic range, if it's daytime and lots of noise and you don't care, you could go for wide. And for me, because I'm playing normally when my kids are sleeping, I'm putting it on narrow, even though I am using headphones, but still. Now, controller speaker, because I'm using headphones, I don't hear the controller speaker. I think it would be pretty cool. So if you're playing on a TV, no headphones, definitely turn this on wide and turn controller speaker on. Even if it's on using headphones, it doesn't come out of the speaker anyway, so no worries to just leave it like that. Accessibility, there are some different accessibilities here. If you need the motion sickness, audio accessibility, or visual accessibility, feel free to turn them on. And that's about it. We have privacy here. They can display data transmissions for analytical purposes. Sure, it will help the game out. But that's it, and I hope those settings help your game be smoother, more colorful, more vibrant, and allow you a better playing experience. Anyway, that's it from me. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Share in the comments what kind of settings you're using, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.